welcome back to my channel. Today I am finally getting around to doing my 2019 favorites. So I decided to put out what I thought were my standout products of 2019. Some of them are new release products that did release in 2019 and some of them are just not, but I found myself using them all year round, whether I bought them in 2019 or I rediscovered them. These are just the products that I really feel like made an impact in my, if makeup can make an impact in your life, these did. So I do have one hair favorite and two skincare favorites. I really don't switch up my hair care that often. I probably switch conditioners and shampoos the most. And then I've been using the same leave-in hair products forever until this year. I did try the IGK Rich Kid. It's almost too bright. Coconut oil gel. Now this is completely emptied. I used the last of it today. I already have bought another one. I bought another one at the Sephora sale in like August or whenever. I bought it at the last Sephora sale. And I love this. I will probably always have this in my, I won't say collection, who collects hair products, but in my daily routine because it is so good. It is very light. I don't feel like my hair doesn't get hard. It is a little wet right now. It doesn't make my hair hard or crunchy, and I think it is good for more of a wavy hairstyle. And I have realized really this year in 2019, this last year, that I was using probably too heavy of products because I don't have very tight curly curled. I'm more of a wave, so this was perfect for me. If you're looking or you have a wave type hairstyle, I would definitely give this a try. It is so good, so good. All right, and the next two products are skincare. I thought I'll just get these over with and get to the fun, and then we'll get to the fun stuff of makeup. So the first thing is this Ren Clean Skincare, the Ever Calm Global Protection Day Cream. Whew. So this is, I actually got a sample of this, I believe in my Sephora box, and then I had a kit that had a sample of it, so I haven't bought the full size yet, but I'm going to have to very soon because this is almost gone. The full size is $49, so expensive, but I have not found a more perfect day moisturizer. This goes so well under makeup, one, but two, it just gives my skin such great moisture, and it feels nice. Like I could just put this on and not wear makeup and my skin just feels really nice. I love this. I don't think I have fallen in love with a skin moisturizer in forever. So the fact that this one has really stood out, I think says something. I've tried way too many to even know the number of, but this one is so good. I highly recommend going to Sephora and trying this out. I'm really interested in this brand now, and I kind of want to try some more of this brand's products in the coming year just because I'm so impressed. So good. And then the last skincare product that I'll talk about, I have talked about on here before, but I figure I'd mention it really fast. It is the Ordinary Buffet Copper Peptides. Now this I talked about in I think it was a skincare video, if I remember right. And it's $30. This is probably one of the more expensive products from the Ordinary because most of them are under like $12, $15 or under that, or even under 10. And it is a bright blue color, and it has a horrible smell, which I have mentioned before, but I see the most change in my skin and neck area from using this. I do put this on my face as well, the back of my hands, but I use this every other day. And I love it. I went without it for a few months and I really noticed a difference. I noticed the splotchiness coming back on my neck and in my décolleté area. And I do have very sensitive skin, but this I definitely see a difference. And I feel like this is a product that I don't want to go without. So I will definitely repurchase it. I'm about halfway through, so I probably should order one sometime soon so I don't have a lag of using it. But like I said, I use it every other day, so I don't even use it every day, and I notice a difference. I did notice a bigger difference using it every day, but I'm trying to work through some other products just to kind of get them finished. And maybe at that point, once I finish with all those old products, I probably would consider using this daily. I feel like 30 bucks isn't that much, especially when it can last you about 3 to 4 months. So highly recommend that as well. And of course my battery dies. So let's get started with makeup. The first is primer. I only have one favorite primer. I know I've talked about this primer a few times on my channel in the past 6 months. I want to say, how did I get the original sample? I don't even remember where I tried this out, but this is the Stellar Brilliant Primer. You can get this on Sephora's website. I don't know what's happening to this brand because I saw that everything was on clearance. So I'm hoping they're just repackaging, hopefully not reformulating, and hopefully not going away. But I love this. This is a sample that I received. I think I got this at 100-point perk. And maybe that's how I originally got one. But this is the second sample I've had. I love it. I used it today. It feels so good on your skin. I ended up buying just, if I had known this company might be leaving, I probably would have bought the full size, but I got the mini because I don't go through primers too fast. Anyways, I haven't opened this one yet, but I've been using my 100-point perk one. I love this. If you don't like primers, at least try this one. It feels so nice. I feel like it has a nice blurring effect to it. I don't feel like it fills in pores, kind of like the POREfessional, but I feel like it just makes your skin feel nice, smooth, kind of evens everything out. I think this is so good. So good. All right, and then the next favorite is the Shadow Sense from Lip Sense or Sengenits or whatever they call themselves in this color Candlelight. I've been using this as a eyelid as an eyelid primer, and I think this works so well. It is definitely long wearing. It does not budge or crease, and I have said in my Get Ready With Me videos that once you put it on, I pat it in and I let it sit for a little bit till it dries, and then I usually do have to pat it in again to get out a couple creases. But after that, there is no creasing. I can wear this on its own just to have a very clean, smooth look on my eyelids, or I can put shadows over this and they just kind of adhere to it. It doesn't have a sticky base or anything like that. I really like this. I tried out quite a few eyeshadow primers this year and have just found that this is the best out of everything. I did like the Anastasia one, but I feel like this is just a little bit better. Even that one is good though. All right, foundations. Surprisingly, I have 3, 2 brand new to me this year, 1 an old one. So I'll talk about the old one first. And it is the Derma Blend Blurring Mousse Camo Oil-Free Medium Coverage Foundation. Quite a long name. And this stuff is so good. I have mine in Camel or Cameo 3. Uh-oh, I better figure out what it is because it's kind of going away. This is so good. You can overdo this and get a cakey mess on your face, but if I just do a tiny little dot on each cheek and then I use a brush, no beauty blender will be able to smooth this out, but a brush gives you a nice airbrush look. I would even say it's more full coverage than medium coverage. Especially if you layer foundation, this definitely could be full coverage. I don't know, to me it seems more full than medium. So good, highly recommend it. I've had that for quite a few years and it has been a favorite, but I hadn't used it for probably a year, pulled it back out a few months ago, and I think it is so good. It's probably in my top 3 foundations. Then the next 2 foundations are probably my top 2, I don't want to say all time, but could be. The first is this Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. This I got over the summer. It is so good. Is it upside down? I think it's upside down. Sorry. I have this on today. I don't know if you guys can tell, it definitely is not full coverage, definitely has coverage, but it makes your skin feel so nice. Like my skin doesn't even feel, well, I just did my makeup a little bit ago, so I kind of feel like I can feel powder, but if I wait a few hours, I feel like I don't have much on. Like this just feels so good on your skin. Definitely hides small imperfections. I don't know if this would cover up acne. I don't have acne right now, but I have acne scars. Nothing covers those up. I think I'm gonna have to fill it in with putty for those to go away. But as far as any redness or things to that nature, this is so good. It also does not fall into the wrinkles in my forehead or around my eyes or anywhere. This is so good. I think this now has outbeat my It Cosmetics CC cream. I think this is so much better, but this does not have SPF in it like that does. But again, if you've watched some SPF videos recently, you will know that having SPF in your foundation really doesn't do much, because you have to use quite a bit for it to make a difference. So I don't really go for foundations that have SPF in it. I put SPF on before putting foundation on. But anyways, this is so good. Highly recommend that one. Probably even over this next one, but they're both pretty even. The next one is the Tarte Found Sealer Multitasking Foundation. I got this probably back in April maybe. I've had it for a while. I've used quite a bit of it. I have the color 22B Light Beige. It is so good. Again, it has a lot of the same aspects as this one, probably more of a medium coverage, maybe even could make it light coverage depending on how much you use, and obviously could make it a little bit heavier using more of it. But I think this is so good. It works. It makes your skin just look so nice. I can be dry, I can be oily, I can be normal, and this always just fits the bill. If you want to try anything out of this video, it will be that primer and one of those last two, I mean all three, but one of the last two foundations would definitely be my, oh, I have another primer. I'm sorry, I do have one more primer. I just saw it sitting there. The other primer is this Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face something. I can't see it. I have almost used up this whole sample. Luckily, I have, I think, 2 or 3 more of these. I have had these for so long. I got another one in a Sephora box a couple months ago and used it as a nighttime moisturizer and was like, oh, it's okay. And then I keep seeing people using it as a primer, and I thought, well, I'm gonna try it. It is so good. I have used it under this. I have used it under this. I have not used it with the Tarte one, but this is so good. Between this and the Stellar primer, I think I have found like my favorite primers and I've tried a lot. So I'm so glad I finally tried it. I kept thinking there's no way I would use that as a primer. I do like Hourglass. That's like my all-time favorite, but these might be pushing that one out of the top spot, I have to say. They're that good. They're that good. Okay. Concealer. I only have one concealer, and I don't think I have ever mentioned this on my channel. I've had it since October. I'm not sure why I haven't brought it up, but it is probably in my top favorite. And this is the J-Cat Beauty. So it is drugstore pricing, which is always awesome. Stay Assurance Concealer, Water Sealed, Zero Smudge. I got mine in soft cream. This is so good. Let me show you the box. This is so good. It works so nice under my eyes. It also covers up if I had anything to cover up. It would cover up those, I'm sure, but it has such a nice, if I got a shade darker, I bet it would match my skin better. This has kind of a brightening, only because of, I think, the color I chose. And I guess it's really good for you. I mean, it says lightweight, waterproof, buildable, medium to full coverage. I only do 1 layer. I'm sure you could do more. Like I said before, I don't really layer anything, so I don't know. But I don't remember who said to try this. Someone on YouTube mentioned it, and I went out to try it. I want to say it's definitely under 10 bucks, but I want to say it was like 5. Now I can't remember, so I feel bad. But highly recommend trying this. You won't be disappointed. I think I put back my cream bronzers. I was using them and kept putting them in it. I've had this box of my favorites packed for like 2 weeks, and I just kept putting off filming it. So I will post a picture here. My all-time favorite cream bronzer of the year is the Hoola by Benefit Cream Bronzer Version. It is amazing. It actually is what kind of started me on getting into cream bronzers, and I could have given it to a couple other, as a favorite, to a couple other ones I tried this year, but I really feel like I want to mention this one because this is kind of what started my craze on cream bronzers, and it is so good. Highly recommend it. Go try it. All right, for blush, I have 2 cream, 1 powder. Again, cream was huge for me this year, and I tried quite a few. 2 of the top are both drugstore. The first one is Physicians Formula Organic Wear Dewy Blush Elixir. This one is so good. I have used this so much. I think I've used it even in a couple of Get Ready With Me videos, and it's easy to work with. I just put a glob on my back of my hand, pat it in with a sponge, and go from there. It is more of a liquid than a cream, but it is so good. And then the other one is also more of a liquid, and I know I have to mention this one because I raved about it in, I know, at least 1 or 2 Get Ready With Me's. And this is the Revlon Cheek Flushing Tint. This is so good. Like, if you are afraid of trying cream products, try this one because it is so easy. It literally is a doe foot applicator. I just, tap it on my cheek, and again, use a brush or a beauty blender to tap it out, and it gives a nice glow, brightening. Doesn't look like you're wearing blush, but you just look healthy and fresh, and again, so good. All right, the powder blush I loved this year is by Clinique. It is this Cheap Pop blush palette. You get these 3 colors. They are absolutely gorgeous. You get a nude, the plum, or it's not really purple, but it comes off purple in pan, and then this light pink one. I have to say the light pink one and this nude one are probably my favorite, but I have used all of them. This was so good. I don't even know if you can still get this palette, but if you can, highly recommend checking them out. I think there was actually 2 of them. I didn't get the other one, I just got that one, and I have been so happy. Eyebrows for this year was the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I've actually used up 1 already, and this I think I finally found is my perfect eyebrow pencil color. It has no warm tone aspect to it, and I have the 3.5, so everything kind of pulls a little red and orangey on me, and this does not at all. So highly recommend trying that. Plus the pencil tip to me is like the Anastasia one or the CoverGirl one that I've talked about. It's more of just the color of the actual brow pencil is what is so good. All right, highlighter. I only have 1, and that is the Airspun Coty Airspun. I always wondered why people said Coty, and I only ever saw Airspun, but I guess Coty is right at the top. Anyways, their loose face highlighter. This one is the specific one, and the Pink Me Up. This is so good. It will give you the nice, most natural glow. I don't have it on today, but it looks so natural instead of being a beam. I mean, as you get older, you don't really want like a streak of highlight, even though I have to admit I have done it before, but this is hard to mess up. It's just hard to mess up. And you get a ton of product in here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe only half of it's full. I don't know. This is the one I think that I took out the powder puff. Don't take yours out if you get it, because then it makes a huge mess. But this being under $5 is so good. I mean, how can you not beat that? All right, mascaras. I have 2 favorites. I do still love the ones I've mentioned before, but these 2 have stood out to me this year. The first one is by Essence. It's the False Lash Effect mascara. It is the green one. I know they have like a purple one and an orange one. This one is so good. I've already used this one up, and I got my mom to repurchase me another one, which was very nice of her. And I just think this is so good, especially for a drugstore. It's under $5, and it works. It's good. It doesn't flake. It's easy to remove, which is the problem with my next one, but it is really good. The next one is by Thrive Cosmetics. It is their Liquid Last Extension. This one is very good. It will give you definite length. I mean, like lots of length. it's just hard to get off your eyes, and it comes off in like tubes. It's weird. It kind of grosses me out when it comes off, but it is good. I haven't repurchased this one yet, but I definitely want to. I was kind of hoping I would get it in a BoxyCharm. Is that this month or next month or last month? I don't know. I feel like it was in a BoxyCharm either coming up or last month. And I obviously didn't get it last month, but I was kind of hoping to get it in that. We'll see, but I definitely will repurchase this in the future. It is really good. I do have so many mascaras to use up, so I probably won't buy it right now just because I need to go through those, but I do really like it. All right, I think last, I'm gonna say, okay, where do I wanna go? Face palettes. Oh my heck, here's my bronzers. I thought I put them back, but they were hidden. So here is the Benefit bronzer that I said was so good. Hello. This one is so good, especially if you have a more drier, aging skin. This is good. I also, I guess, pulled out the Physicians Formula Sculpting Bronzer. These are, I don't want to say dupes for color, but they work very similar. Obviously, this one has a lot less of a price tag than this one. I want to say this one's like 30, a little less than 30, and this one's like under 10, maybe $12. So there they are. They're good. They were hiding under my favorite face palettes. I feel like I have to mention these because they are really so good. This is the Hourglass Lightning Edit Ghost Unlocked, and this is the Lightning Edit Ghost palette. So I will open up these and show you the difference. These were just so good at doing everything. So if you don't want to have all these separate, I mean, besides Hourglass powders being absolutely amazing, I just wish they weren't so expensive. If you don't like to carry around or have a bunch of different products, it's nice to have these that are all in one. So here's the different, or here's what they look like that are different. What am I trying to say? This one is the Ghost Unlocked, and this one is the Ghost. So Ghost Unlocked looks like this, and my heck. Okay, Ghost Unlocked is right here, and this is just the Ghost palette. There we go. All right, they look kind of similar. This one has the marbling, this one doesn't. These are amazing. I know it's hard to, I have a hard time recommending because they do cost so much, but if you can afford it or have the budget for it, I really do think these are that good to at least get one. Getting both, I don't think you need both. The only reason I did is because I missed out on this Unlocked one last year, and so I really wanted it. I know I'll use it and it'll be a good investment as far as, I know the quality of these are so good. To be honest, I probably would have only bought that Unlocked one. They released this one about a month, maybe a little bit, 6 weeks before they released this one. And so I'd already bought this one. And then when they released that one, I felt like I had to buy it, because that's the whole reason I wanted to get this one, was because I wanted that one. And now I have both, and I'm not mad at all. They are very different colors. I think the setting powders are the same. The highlights to me look kind of the same, but the blushes are different and the bronzers have different tones. So I feel like they are definitely different, but you definitely only need one. So good. Highly recommend at least getting one. And if you don't want to spend the price tag for these, definitely try their face powders, because they really are amazing. I mean, their blushes are good and their bronzers are good. I don't have a highlight. The only highlight I have is now what's in those, but I'm sure if they're like the rest of their powders, they would be just as good. I know they're good in the palettes. I'm assuming singles would be just as nice. Definitely, but I think their face powders are definitely something special. So give those a try. All right, the only two things I have for eyeshadow, I really narrowed it down. I got one cream and one palette. The cream I really have to give to this Revlon Color Stay Cream Eyeshadow in Espresso. This really stood out to me as easy to wear, such a beautiful color. I do love how you get the brush to go with it in the cap, and it being a drugstore, it makes it even better. I think this is probably one of my favorite cream eyeshadows, and if you've seen my makeup inventory, I have way too many, embarrassingly, that might say a lot just because I've tried a lot, and this is it's really that good. I don't know if I'm gonna go out and get any more colors. I do like the formula, I think that's great, but I think this was more how long lasting it wore, but the color especially was one of my favorite. It's definitely a cool tone brown, so nice. The palette, I don't think I've mentioned on my channel. I've had for a few months. It is the Lawless, the little eyeshadow palette. I don't remember who got me interested in this, but I saw someone use it and I literally was like, okay, I need that. And I am really glad I got it. This is actually such good eyeshadows. So it's nothing special though. It has like the most boring palette ever. But I have to say these two shimmers are so good. These two browns down here are amazing. I haven't used the black or the white. I don't really tend to use those colors anyways, but I have used all the other 2, 4, 6 colors. They are so good. I highly recommend this. The qualities of these shadows are amazing, more so than most shadows I've tried. They blend really nice. This isn't actually what I have on. What do I have in my eyes? I can't remember what I put on this morning. Oh yes, I do. I have Juvia's Place on my eyes. So, but that, and I have it, it's the original Nubia 1 palette, and that has a lot of similar colors to this. That one is a lot cheaper, so maybe go for that one. But this was only like 20 or 25, which is definitely not too bad. I am starting to really like these smaller palettes. I feel like I can get more use out of them, and then instead of trying to figure out from 20 colors what to do, you know, it's easy, fast. I really think if you haven't tried these shadows, give them a try, because they were really well. They were really good. All right, lip products. This was kind of a bum lip year for me. I didn't really buy too many, but nothing really stood out. I do have 3, but they're old products that I just kind of rediscovered this year and started using them a lot again. But the only new one that I would have considered putting in this, but I just feel like I haven't used it enough to really call it a favorite, is the Ilia or Lila. I don't know which one it is. Ilia or Lila. I'll put a picture here. It's a lip conditioner. I got it in the Arabian Nights. It is absolutely beautiful and feels so good on your lips. Again, I just haven't worn it enough to really call it a favorite. It gives just a light sheer, which is kind of what I've been up to or into this past year, was just more of a sheer. I guess what I kind of have on right now. Not really wearing lipstick, but not really wearing nothing, or chapstick, but having just kind of a wash of a color. But I really hope to get into more of my lipsticks this year, use them up, find my colors that work. But that's for another day. So let's just talk about these 3. First is the one I do have on, and I think I need to put more on. It is the Buxom Big O Power Plump Lip Balm. Someone did say that this is on sale or was on clearance. If I had known that, I probably would have bought it back up, because I love keeping one in my purse and then having one like by my computer or something. But it definitely gives everybody a different type of a color. I have one friend that this looks almost red on her. I have another friend that it looks like more nude. This pulls, I think, a little pink on me. So pretty. Highly recommend those if you haven't tried them. I have all the colors except for, I think, one nude one I don't own. But I love the one that's flushed. Is probably my next favorite. The fiery color is probably my least favorite. It pulls kind of an orange red on me. But these are so good. Highly recommend trying those. And then the next 2, surprisingly, are Kat Von D products, but I feel like I wear these so much that I have to give credit to them. The first one is one of her liquid lipsticks in the color Love Sick. It is just an absolute beautiful color. I'll give a little swatch. It's a very wearable, at least for me, a very wearable pink. It's easy to wear. But if I don't feel like wearing a liquid lip, I will wear her lipstick in Love Craft. This is Love Sick, so Love Craft is a little lighter, a little more mauve, have a little more nude in it. Not really nude, but if you know what I'm trying to say, this one's way more pink. And this is probably my all-time favorite color ever. But I can wear this with any eye look, and it just works. Because I have 2 minis and a big one. So I love this so much. But these 2 are definitely probably the colors that I wore the most this year. They just work so nice. I probably also, thinking of it now, could have put in Sassy Z from Lip Sense. That's probably another one that I wore. That's probably another one that I wore most of the year. But that's probably but it is also probably close to these colors as well. So obviously I like mauve pink tones. That is everything for my 2019 favorites. I have been watching everybody's videos, just making shopping lists. I'm not buying right now, but I'm just making lists of things that I want to try or things that I know I already own, haven't used in a while, and it's like, well, they love it, I should give it a try. So I am loving watching favorite videos. If you've done a favorite video, let me know down below so I can come over and watch it, unless I already have. I usually comment if I have watched your video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.